Welcome to the Rooted Goddess podcast with your host, Leslie Sprague, where we talk all things wellness, woo-woo, life, and everything in between. As a small-town mom of two amazing kiddos, I understand the challenges of what it's like to stay grounded and go after your dreams. My goal for this podcast is to inspire you to root down so you can grow stronger, rise up, and let your light shine bright so you can be the goddess you are truly meant to be. Think of this as your one-stop shop. It's happy hour with a gal pal while getting truthful and heartfelt about taking the steps forward to living your best life. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Rooted Goddess podcast. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague. Holy crap, it is September. I don't know about anybody else, but I am super excited that my children are going back to school. So they officially start next week. And I am so excited. And actually, at the same time, I am kind of having that moment because my kids actually have a long bus ride. And I'm having that moment of, I don't know, like reservation, I guess. Like when they go back, I'm going to have the whole day to myself. Like, what am I going to do? And that's the beauty of the business that I run, is that you get to have the freedom and flexibility to choose and create your days. Yes, there is work involved, but it doesn't take all day either. So there's a lot of time freedom. So I'm kind of having one of those I don't know, reservation isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. One of those like, I can't find the word right now, but those moments where, oh no, I'm gonna be all by myself all day. Like, it's gonna be fabulous, don't get me wrong, for the first couple weeks, and I will definitely enjoy doing more dedicated ritual and self-care practice throughout the day. But holy crap, September. Quite often for me, September is a time of it's almost like a new year, because you've had your summer and now kids are going back to school. We're starting to get back into, if your kids are in sports, you get back into that a little bit more, because the last half of the summer can sometimes tend to be a little more relaxed and chill. And this year's going to be different for sure for all of that stuff. But it just feels time for more routine. And I am very much welcoming that. Getting back into the routine and getting back to quote unquote normal. With September, for me, I like to revisit my goals, revisit where I'm at in the year, and have a look at my visions. Am I going in the right direction? Do I need a little bit more, a revamp? Actually, I'm kind of going through a revamp. I feel like through the summer and with our move and all that stuff, I've kind of lost touch with my inner self and my business and all those sorts of things. So I'm going through a revamp, and it is a lot of fun revisiting and falling in love with all the things again. It's almost like there's a few things that are going to be shifting over here in Leslie & Co. XO world, but nothing too drastic. A few maybe a slight logo change, some new colors, and all that to say, um, what could use a little revamp in your world? Um, Maybe it's your self-care routine that you need to take a look at and um, get back in touch with you. Who who is who is the person listening to this recording? What does she stand for? What are her visions, her goals, her dreams? Where does she want to go in life? And get back in touch with those. There may be some tweaks you maybe want to make, but there also may be some changes that you don't you feel good with where you are. You feel solid in your foundation, and that's part of the beauties of life. Some days you feel solid in your foundation, in who you are and where you're going, and then other days you might not feel so secure, and that could be a sign that you're growing, because you're growing out of your comfort zones and your own little boundary bubble. And when you take those steps, it it begins to feel a little bit scary. You begin to question whether you're doing the right thing, or whether you're going the wrong direction. But that's where you bring in your heart and your feelings, and if those all feel good, then trust what's coming up for you and follow the path. um, I've been having my own like doubts, and I've been letting things get overwhelmed for me. And I just gotta remind myself, I was reminded of this today from my coach, is that just take small action steps, because then that is when those little gremlins in your head stop. Take those action steps towards your goal, towards stepping out of your comfort zone, and that is where the magic begins to happen. You slowly begin to realize, yes, this is definitely where I want to go, and then you can take off running. And that's the beautiful part. It doesn't have to take long. It doesn't have to be difficult. Quite often we think to reach our goals, it has to be hard, and we have to push, and we have to, if we're not working hard, we're not working properly or well enough, and we're not good enough because we're not working hard enough. That whole spiral that goes on inside your head. And this is a battle that we all have. I forget already where my point was going. Oh goodness. I love it when that happens. Like, you just are on a roll, and then you stop, and it's like, okay, so what was I saying again? The train got derailed. I call it mom brain and all that fun stuff. But revisit your goals. Look at your vision, where you wanted to go. Maybe you don't know what your goals are, or maybe you're not sure of the direction that you wanted to go. And I'm here to let you know that I'm here to help with that. If you're feeling called to do something more with your life, with your business, but you're not sure what that is, how that looks, I'm here to help. This is what I do. I love to help people reconnect their hearts and their feelings and their minds and bodies and soul, like the whole piece of it. And when we reconnect all those things, it makes things easier, because we know we're doing things on purpose. We're not going against that grain. We're not fighting with something that isn't aligned with us. And if you need help with anything like this, shoot me a DM on Instagram. Or an email even. I would be more than happy to help sort through and fight those mind gremlins that come up. I still face these, and they will come up no matter what, because when you reach the level that you think you're going for, that's going to become your comfort zone. And then you're going to see new things. You're going to see new spots that you want to grow towards, and you will have new gremlins. And it is, I don't want to call it a battle. But it's a dance. That's it. It's a dance of, I don't even know what. I lost it again. Anyway, I think you get what I'm saying. And with that, I think I'm going to sign off here. I hope I don't leave you hanging. No, I think I've given you some good points to ponder. If you want to chat about it any further, have any questions, like I said, hit me up in email or DM. And if you found this episode hit home for you, I would be ever grateful if you screen shared it in your Insta stories and tagged me in it. Namaste, goddesses. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening, and let me give you a virtual hug, big squeeze, as a token of my appreciation. At the very least, I hope you had some fun while listening, and maybe even learned a thing or two. And bonus points if I got a chuckle out of you. If you liked this episode, it would mean the world to me if you could leave me a 5-star review, or if you know someone who could benefit from listening, share it on your Insta stories and tag me at Leslie's Yoga and Wellness. Subscribe to this channel if you want to stay up to date with new episodes. By doing these things, it helps to get my podcast noticed so that people who need to hear my message are more attracted to it. Please feel free to stop by my website, lesliespragg.com, and grab a copy of my free Mom Self-Care Kit. While you're there, grab a free few yoga classes. Namaste, goddesses. Until next time.